Nirvana, what does it mean to me? Oh,
Yeah, it's like a place where I can see my friends and play the sport that I love.
So it feels like a proper family here.
Ever since I was a kid, this was my team. It's who I followed, who I watched, and everything that it has made me what I am today.
It's my second family and I feel safe when I'm playing here.
Nirvana to me means family and community. It's been with me since a teenager and it's probably going to stay with me till I retire. So for me, community and family is the one.
We are one club. Nirvana is for everybody. When you see players out there, mixed community, mixed background, all walks of life from every corner, that's Nirvana. That's what it is.
So today, Nirvana is based in Hamilton. We've gone from Highfields to Hamilton, which is 4 miles away from our original location. But we needed to do that because in Highfields, there was no green grass to play on. So if you can imagine, we've got so many kids and all we want was green grass to play on. So we found this area and we decided to move here and we got a clubhouse built from the local authority.
We're probably at our biggest stage in terms of the number of teams we've got. We've got 24 teams ranging from under 7s all the way through to adults. This season was our first ever in girls football, so we've got our first ever girls team at under 9s. So yes, we've come a long way from where we were. We've always provided for the same kind of community. We're open to all, and it's probably a true reflection of what Leicester is.
You want to play football and you're passionate about it, you can come here and play football. And like I say, over 70 countries across the world we represent. So we've got people from Africa, South Asia, North Asia, the Caribbean, Ireland, etc. It's all about inclusivity.
well, it's always been known to produce really good players, if I'm honest. They've gone on to do bigger and better things. That's one thing. With it being so diverse, it was unusual to have teams that diverse. So I think if you come across something what's unusual, it's more known. And I think that's a big factor to it, to be fair.
We started in the inner city of Highfields and we've kind of provided for the majority ethnic minority community. Sometimes the opportunities for them is not the same others within the locality, so it's about ensuring that the club provides for all, and that's always been one of our remits, to use football as a vehicle to empower the people that are involved within the club.
So I'm Emma Ling, I'm senior producer at Artreach, and we're working with Leicester Nirvana FC and Opal 22 on the Passing It On project. The idea of the project is to start consolidating and pulling together the really, really long and rich history, starting with Red Star in Highfields in the 1970s and 80s as a football team, working through its development into a youth club and the football club that it's become at Hamilton today.
What we've been asked to do here is look at the history of this club, and I know a little bit about this club because I used to live not so far from where it first originated, and there's such a big history behind it, not just being a football club but being a space where people felt safe.
My name is Tara Munro. I am the creative director of Opal 22. We've been asked to come in here to do some research and do the heritage part of the project. So we've been here today just interacting with the young people. See, we brought a lot of archives with us as well, some archives that we've got from the Leicester Mercuries, just looking at the story from the past and then asking the young people to come up with questions, look at stuff online and just really kind of piece together what they want to find out from the people that set up the club.
We're learning about the history of the club and how it came to what it is right now, and the past conflicts it's had with other clubs and the government as well.
I've learned that obviously they can't stand racism. I agree with that 100%. I'm here to go forward, look deeper into the past, how it became how it is now.
It feels good to know where our club started and why it's been made.
I think, in my eyes, why it's important, because I'm calling something my home that I don't truly understand. That's basically why I want to look deeper into it.
Today's been great and fascinating. They're just a fantastic group of kids. We've also had a look online to find out any up-to-date things that's been happening. And, a lot of the conversations have been really interesting. Without having to kind of navigate them into a space, they've come up with the conversation themselves, the questions. And the main basis of it, one, is to build the heritage side of it. And so we have an understanding, because there's not much paperwork behind Nirvana. But secondly, we're doing a podcast, so we want to get the young people to ask questions to the elders, the people that started the club. from a young person's perspective. So I think we've achieved it. I think they've enjoyed it, and I think we've had fun.
It was known as a political place. Even though it was a youth club and we were very successful as a youth club, it was known as a political uprising as well. So it made things difficult. Police used to sit outside on men's clothes. Organizations used to send people that looked like us into the youth club to find out what was going on. But Red Star and its membership wasn't against anybody. We weren't just going out there and causing trouble and all that kind of stuff. Yeah? We were good people. We're a good community. That's why so much people used to come in there and use it. But one thing that we did do is we stood up to racism and discrimination in whichever form that it came.
I think Red Star created its own identity in terms of, being a space where young people could come and associate with each other. So that kind of created its own atmosphere and belonging. The organisation and individuals weren't scared to challenge things that they felt were important for themselves and for others. And I think Red Star created that atmosphere and opportunity for many, in many different spaces, of growing that belief that challenging is good. Facing the discrimination, facing it head on, challenging it head on is the right thing to do. And it built that safe space to allow many to do that over many, many years. I was a youngster when the club first started, but I was aware that, in the 1980s, the riots were taking place, and I remember seeing people running past my front door. And it was all about, brutality and discrimination and standing up for what you believe in and demanding your rights back then. And that's what the club was born out of.
I remember the first game we played, we had a vast majority of white people watching us. We probably had 10, 15 supporters or from our community. There'll be hundreds of them. A lot of them will carry or have dogs with them. I remember the first time when I was threatened, it did frighten me, to be honest, when one of the guys shouted, "Go and get that Paki." He had a dog with him. And I looked at it, and it did scare me, but I pretended not to be scared. And I think that really upset me a lot. I think for days I was thinking about it, is it worth playing football? Because you're not endangering your life. You're at risk. We had car parked in a car park, and after the game, they kind of chased us. I think there were about 7 or 8 of our cars got damaged. They obviously smashed the cars, lights were smashed. Actually, we had to run for our life, to be honest.
And I think with Red Star, we actually challenged it, and we actually, if there was a fight, there was a fight. If there was this, there was this. Whatever it was, we were ready to deal with. And sometimes at the football, not everybody was there, so you'd get a call coming into Red Star, and everybody would get there, and that's how it was.
It was powerful, to see different views and opinions of how society was treating them, their families, us as a community. It was a powerful space. And it offered that safe space for individuals to be able to harness that, grow that, be able to learn new skills and to be able to challenge how they felt was right for them at that moment in time. It just felt that we were discriminated against from opportunity, employment, education, facility. They were all different for other areas compared to Highfields, and Red Star kind of emphasised that and then allowed a space for individuals to grow that out in whatever means they wanted to, through music, through arts, through football, through political means. It was great. Yeah, it was wonderful. Challenging, but wonderful.
This part of the Passing It On project is a photography exhibition that we've commissioned. We wanted to capture players from past, present and future Nirvana teams, and we took photos of them in various settings around the city, at their original club on Melbourne Road in Highfields, some of their old pitches, and also here at their present location in Hamilton.
So today I've been doing a shoot with Leicester Nirvana. We have been shooting with different generations of the team, so people that began the team, people that are playing in the team at the moment, both the senior team and the junior team. And we've been getting a range of group shots and single shots to tell the whole story of the whole history of the team up until the present day. So seeing the elders back in the place that they used to, some of them used to actually go to school in the place where we shot. You could kind of see the banter between them just instantly back there as soon as they were all together. So it was really good. It was a really good vibe, and it was just lovely to kind of see them talking about all of those stories and about all of those experiences.
A lot of memories in different locations across the city. You know, Red Star is one of those locations which everybody remembers, and the club was born out of that. Spinney Hill Park, a lot of the older people remember training there. Evington Park, Victoria Park, a lot of the parks we played on because that's all we could do back then. Even Hamilton is a park, but we've been able to work it so it works for us. But it'll mean a lot for people to see those areas, and it'll mean a lot for people to visually kind of have that memory of the places we used to play as when we were children.
So how I feel about my photography being part of the exhibition and telling the story of Leicester Nirvana is it's always an honour for your work to be printed and on display, and that's for any type of exhibition. I think we're in a kind of time where so much work is digital and doesn't leave screens and doesn't leave social media, that when you can actually see it printed and on a wall and actually see people coming to enjoy that artwork and look at the images on the wall, it just feels like a real privilege to kind of be part of that. I can't wait to see the copy that goes with the images where it tells the stories of each of the individual people I've shot, because I don't know their stories. It'll be exciting for me to see as well, to see, oh, that person that I photographed, this is his story or her story for some of the young women that I photographed. So that will be really good to see.
So the Passing It On project, what we're doing now, is all about creating this legacy for the club. A lot of people, we've moved away from our home. You know, we've got half our cohort that comes from different areas, half that comes from Hamilton, where we live, where we are now. And we just want everybody to understand that journey. So, you know, the Passing It On project is about creating a legacy, remembering and celebrating where we came from and that journey and that struggle and them challenges it took to get here today.
Our parents did all the hard work. They actually laid the foundation for us. And I think we've done exactly the same in football. We laid the foundation for our young generations to come up, take the club to the next level.
One thing it's done is brought the community closer together, and it's given a platform for thousands of people to develop outside and inside of the game, which is a wonderful achievement.
When you see players out there, mixed community, mixed background, all walks of life from every corner, that's Nirvana. That's what it is.
Red Star and Leicester Nirvana is more than just a football club. There's more to it. It's not just about football. It's about life, the struggles, and it's now, you know, a club which represents everybody.